What's going on, my Fly Happy family? It's your boy Izzy. Welcome if you're new. So Jaylen Brown has called out Stephen A. Smith's secret source, and it started kind of some controversy between the two, man. We're about to get all the way into it, but before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy if you like the content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit the big 50 by the end of the day, so if y'all can help me out with that, I highly appreciate it. And don't forget to get in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about this. Let's get it.
Jaylen Brown, it's not so much that he's underrated, it's that he's just not liked because of his, quote, "I am better than you" attitude. He knows it. It's the same reason he is not as marketable as he should be. That's what an NBA source just sent me. I don't know that to be the case. I like Jaylen Brown. I know a lot of people that like Jaylen Brown.
I never got the "I'm better than you" attitude from Jaylen Brown. Now, I think he did say something about him not going to the Olympics, but I'm pretty sure everybody was saying something about him not going to the Olympics. I mean, you got White instead of him, and he was the MVP of the finals. Like, it didn't make sense.
On the Stephen A. Smith Show and discussed his issues with sources. Listen up.
I feel like since this all kind of happened on your platform, I want to send a message to you, to them.
Right.
Because you only the person that knows who the source is. And I basically wanted to say to them that I think it's cowardice. I think historically unnamed sources have attacked some of our greats. And we are not responsible for what they lack in design. Frankly, they can call all their buddies, they pals and friends from all over the world, all the unnamed sources, and they can shove it where they got it from. Whether they think I'm marketable or not, I walk with God. I'm gonna be me and stand with my community in this life and the next, and that's my journalistic integrity.
All right, joining us now as well, Brian Windhorst there, Shams Charania. Shams, so nice to meet you. We haven't met in person, but welcome to the show, welcome to the team. I think you were on actually when I was off, but you know what I mean. All right, Stephen A., let's dive in. Obviously, much respect to Jaylen Brown for sitting down with you as a man face to face. What more can you say about what he had to say?
Well, listen, I thought that he had, I got where he was coming from in terms of his points. I certainly am proud that I had him on my show, on my platform, the Stephen A. Smith Show. And he had an opportunity to express his thoughts. He's highly intelligent, incredibly accomplished, just a brilliant brother all the way around and a decent person. And so the point that I was trying to make to him, you have a lot of people that complain about sources, and I think, Shannon, it's appropriate on this particular day to have two guys sitting next to me. This man has been covering the NBA for us for years. Shams, we're proud to have you on as a part of the team. Guess what? Journalists don't reveal their sources, and in today's generation, people will try to act like well, you know what, you're making it up, or you don't really have sources. Well, damn it, do you say that about people who cover the White House? Do you say that about people who cover government? Do you say that about people who cover Wall Street? Well, the same is applicable to sports, and I don't know anybody more qualified than two people sitting directly next to me to really illustrate and emphasize that. You got sources all over the place, the both of you. I've never heard either one of you tell people, this is our source. Okay, it doesn't work that way. And so there was somebody that texted me that day that said that about Jaylen. But what they were saying is they weren't saying he was unlikable. They weren't saying he wasn't a great guy. They weren't saying that he wasn't made of championship metal. They were saying that Madison Avenue looks at him that way because of all that comes with him. And as a result, that might be getting in the way of all the things that he is after. And that was what I took a moment to explain to him. And I think that over the course of the conversation, he agreed that that's how he might be looked at. He knows it's unfair and wrong, but nevertheless, throughout our history, people who are educated, articulate, highly intelligent, very accomplished, and not easy to manipulate by any stretch, sometimes have a problem with Madison Avenue. I don't think that's breaking news.
Honestly, when you are somebody that just speaks out how you feel, whatever you think, you saying it out loud, that's when people feel like you're not marketable. It's more of if you're not in line and we feel like we can't control you, then you're not marketable. And I get it, it's diabolical to look at things that way, but I want to give an example, right? So if you had a brand and you had a chance to endorse Shannon Sharpe, or you had a chance to endorse Antonio Brown, who would you pick? You see what I'm saying? You don't want to pick somebody that's going to, you don't know what they're going to say. You don't know what they're going to do because you have to protect your brand. With Antonio Brown, there's no telling what he would say. So that's what they're saying, honestly. That's the way they feel because he is a great dude. You feel me? Like, everything he's doing off the court is dope. The main thing I'm getting from this is they feel like Jaylen Brown is just not going to, play that fine line of, hey, don't say anything crazy. Stay out of all the controversy talk. Just, keep it level-headed. Play it smooth. They feel like he's not going to do that, so he's not marketable.
Sometimes journalists are willing to go to jail to not reveal their sources. And sometimes the court system will threaten them. And they say, well, you're just going to have to put me in jail. Because if you rely on sources to do your job, once you give them up, you will no longer have a job. Nobody will ever trust you again to tell you information. Now, the problem, I don't have a problem. I think Jaylen Brown should be commended. But Stephen A., guys, Wendy, Shams, you know this. When you take the approach that Jaylen Brown has taken, that he's going to be outspoken about his community and things that he sees, you have to understand, you get to control your actions. You don't get to control the consequences that comes of your actions. Hey, y'all can cover up that logo, but y'all gonna be in them Reebok uniforms because they are the official outfitter of the 92 Olympics. Jaylen, bro, never. No person has ever been bigger than the sport itself. You're not about to be the first. Not Jordan, not LeBron, not Magic, not Bird, not Steph, not KD, whatever the sport, pick a sport. No athlete's ever been bigger. Bro, I love what you do for your community. I love how you stand up and speak positive about our community. I love how you're trying to bring financial literacy to our community. But bro, it's not the end of the world because people don't think that Madison Avenue don't think you're marketable. It's not the end all be all because you're still a hell of a ball player.
But Shannon, it doesn't make it right that he should be punished for that. And you know that more than anybody. Speaking out on behalf of your
We all know that, Molly. We all know that, Molly.
Yes, Molly. I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
I respect his decision. But Molly, again, you control your actions. You don't get to control the consequences that comes along with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me chime in real quick because
Sure.
I asked Jaylen about that. Remember his idols, the people that he talked about the late great Bill Russell. They just renamed the bridge out of Muhammad Ali as well, and what have you. Outspoken individuals who were dogged about uplifting our community and paying rapt attention to it and putting forth extreme efforts and taking major sacrifices in order for the betterment of our community. Those are folks that he idolizes. And understand, everything that comes along, Molly, you're absolutely right. It's just going to involve sacrifice. And when I asked him about that, he said, it's a sacrifice and it's a price that I'm willing to pay. And I have nothing but profound respect for that man because he is not somebody that's delusional and foolish to the consequences that may come down the pike. He seems willing to embrace it. And I have no choice but to respect that. All of us.
Absolutely.
I think Jaylen Brown knows, the people that speaks out and actually speaks their mind and speaks their piece without worrying about how this person's going to feel, how this person's going to feel, and, not playing it political the whole time. He knows he's going to be viewed as not marketable like that because he's going to speak out on the controversy and say things that might rub certain fans the wrong way. That's just how the world works, unfortunately. Hey, it is what it is, man. Shout out to Jaylen Brown. You are a champion, brother. Shout out to you, man. I didn't think y'all was going to do it, but you did it. So congratulations to you. Shout out to Danny, man, because I know Danny going to say something. Hey, but what do y'all think about this, man? Do y'all think Jaylen Brown is actually marketable, or do y'all feel like he might not be marketable because of the things that he says? Let me know in the comment section. I love y'all. Y'all keep it smooth.